Hi guys, this is Amber Mellon, salon owner of Vanity and Bello in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. I am a salon owner, entrepreneur, and just all over inspiration kind of girl. If you're new to my channel is all about being a salon suite owner, salon loft owner, working for yourself, self-employed entrepreneurship, beauty, health, and inspiration. So if you have not hit that notification bell already, go ahead and hit that bell, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you are not new here, then thank you so much for tuning in, and I just want to say, give a big shout out to all my new subscribers. So as you guys can see, I'm wearing my natural hair out today. I ordered a wig I'm going to be doing a video on, and I think it's going to be in today. So yeah, I was just wore it out to give it a rest, like a little breather. I've been growing out a big chop. I chopped my hair off last year, like really short, and I'm letting it grow out. So I think the growth is going pretty good. So today's video is going to be a little different, I guess, since I have my hair out, and that's different. I want today's video to be fun. So today it's going to be a story time video. So yes, this is story time, and today's story time is going to be about just if you're in the salon industry, you know that co-workers, oh my gosh, so many different types of personality types of co-workers in the hair industry. And you can make wonderful friends, or you can make really bad enemies, or you can start out as friends and then become enemies. So my story time is about raggedy co-workers who become raggedy friends who become out of your life, okay? So I've been left my job. This person that I'm going to talk about, we were friends. I think I've been not working at this place for 2 years now. So it's been a full 2 years since I haven't worked here, and it's been a full 2 years since I haven't talked to this person because I just completely cut her out of my life. So yeah, once you kind of cross me and do me wrong, I kind of just like cut you off completely. So basically what happened is this person was working where I was working at, and I was working there before her, and she, came in after me, and this person was just so taken by me. She was a lot older than me, which I have a lot of older friends. I am a little bit more mature. I've always had older people to want to be in my circle. I've always had older friends because I just have always been a little bit more mature. So yes, this lady was like in her 40s, and I'm in my kind of like early 20s, and she comes in and she's just so fascinated by the way I do my hair and my makeup and just my personality. And she comes in and she's really plain Jane. Like, there's nothing that sticks out about her. You know what I'm saying? Like, her hairstyle was plain, her look was plain, everything about her was like just really plain Jane, which is fine. It's okay. It's okay if people want to be a plain Jane. I don't judge, you know what I'm saying? So yes, this lady just, oh my gosh, she just clinged to me. Can you do my eyebrows? Can you do my eyelashes? Can you do my makeup? I want to hang out with you. So eventually we like start this kind of co-worker friendship. And, she was just like, Amber, she was just like, I just admire you. You're always doing something different with your hair. I just admire you. You inspire me. She was like, I see how you cut. Your skills are tight. Your skills are dope. I trust you. Give me a hairstyle. Have at it. Okay. So basically, I cut her hair. Her hair, she had a bob, like an angle bob, and it was like kind of like tapered in the back and it angled here. And so she told me like she wanted to be done with the bob. She had been wearing it for years. She wanted to be done. Okay, so I cut her like this banging dope hairstyle, right? And she absolutely loves it. And she starts feeling it. She starts feeling herself. She starts like coming into her own. Like, you know how when you like make a big change, and once you make that big change, it's like you get addicted to making other big changes, to like coming out the box. Okay, so this is what was happening to her, which I don't mind. I love inspiring people, especially women. I love to help women feel better about themselves. I love to pull out the best of them. I love to just help them, make them feel beautiful and see the beauty, that I see that they don't see. So I'm cool with that. Like, I'm cool. She's like, stepping out her box, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so she's like, oh my gosh, Amber, I'm getting so many compliments on my haircut. She was like, girl, you are the bomb. She's like, now I want to do some color or whatever. I want to highlight my hair. And she was like, thank you so much. It's just everywhere I go, I just keep getting compliments. I just keep getting stopped, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, we remained friends for like, a good year and a half, too, just as co-workers. And then we started to get close. And then she's like, oh, Amber, she's like, now I want a different style, girl. I'm stepping out of the box. No more plain Jane. No more boring. No more worried about what people think. I'm going to do what I'm going to do, blah, 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 blah. So, I had this effect on her, which is cool. Like, I'm glad I had this effect on her. So, I cut her hair, like, back when the mohawk style was really popular, when everybody was wearing it, like, really close on the sides and, like, mohawk down, okay? So, I gave her a mohawk, girl. She was just like, oh, my gosh, Amber, I keep getting compliments, blah, 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 blah. And people keep stopping me, and I tell them that you do my hair, and I'm just loving it, and I'm stepping out of the box. Girl, she started going from like plain nails to like bright fluorescent nails, like her nails were cute now, to like bright hot pink nails, doing green, colorful, basically doing what I do. Okay. So then I tell this person, I'm like, you know what, girl, I'm all about different. I'm going to do something different. I've always wanted to pierce my nose, and I'm thinking about piercing my nose. And she was like, guess what she said? She was like, girl, I've been thinking about piercing my nose too. I'm like, no, you didn't. You did not think about that. Was nowhere in your mind until I mentioned it. Eventually, during the time of this friendship, everything that I did, she wanted to do. So when I got my nose pierced, she wanted to get her nose pierced. Okay, so we actually went to the nose piercing thing together, and I'm just like, I don't mind people being inspired by me, but I don't want people to like be in a friendship where somebody like copies me. I can see if somebody's like, girl, your hair is hot, I'm about to copy you, I'm sorry, it's dope. But like when you start to like try to like copy like every little thing that I do, it's like, hey, step off, like you dropping my style, like, back up. So this person, she gets her nose pierced with me, and then like everybody was like, oh, you guys are like twins, because I was wearing my natural hair. My hair was a lot longer, and I had she did my highlights, and then she had blonde hair, so we both have blonde hair. And everybody was like, oh, you guys look like boxy twins, blah, 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 blah. You guys, oh, I thought you were Cassandra. Oh, I almost said her name. They was like, oh, I almost thought you was this kind of person, blah, 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 blah. So what I do is I had a stud in my nose. So because she had a stud too, I just wanted to change it. So this is the reason why I had to take care of something really quick at the salon. But anyways, going on with this story, the relationship with this young lady, it became a relationship where I was giving more than what she was giving. I was always looking out for her, buying her things, and she just never really did the same thing for me. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't really, this girl became, it's like the more her self-esteem went higher, it's like the more selfish she became, if that makes sense. So the friend relationship was just kind of like starting to have me question, like, is this a person that I really wanted to be friends with? She was super funny, super fun to be around with, but she was just always talking about herself and how now that she's doing stuff different with her hair and her nails and dressing different, how people are hating on her now and she has haters, and it was just getting to be like too much, like every day, like talking about haters. I'm like, girl, please, like everyone has haters, like stop. I'm so tired of hearing this. Be thankful you have haters, because that means that somebody wants what you have. So then the final straw, like where it started to like get too much for me, was when she started telling people that she was cutting her hair. So this person could cut her own hair as far as like tapering it in the back. We both cut men's hair and women's hair, and she was really good with the clippers in the back at fading and tapering her neck. So, but she wouldn't cut her whole hair, with the scissors. I was cutting her hair. So whenever I would cut her hair, she would touch it up on the neck part. When people would ask her about her hair, she'd be like, oh, I cut my hair. And oh my gosh, that used to just burned me up so bad. I was just like, why would the person do that? Like, why would you say that you cut your hair when you know that I cut your hair? So then she kept saying it, and it just really got under my skin. I don't think I confronted her about it like right away. So what I ended up doing is I just stopped cutting her hair. I was just like, I'm not cutting your hair no more because, you don't like to give credit where credit is due. I know that you like to taper up the neck and stuff, but that's not a full haircut. You did not initially cut your hair in this style. You know what I'm saying? And then some days she was just moody. Some days she would just have an attitude. And when we did get together, she was just always talking about herself and, her man problems. And I think she was a little bit cray-cray, so I was just like ready to be done, move on with this, kind of friendship because I wasn't benefiting anything out of it. And then, finally I confronted her about, why are you telling people that you cut your hair when I cut it? And I think what burned me up really bad is I had a client who was referring her sister to me. So her sister comes in, she's like, Amber, I'm bringing my sister and I want you to cut her hair. So her sister's waiting. I'm finishing up a client in the chair, and this Raggedy coworker friend is there, and the lady that's waiting for me that my client brought, she was like, girl, who cut your hair? Your hair is like, I love that. That is so sharp. She was like, me. I was like, no, she didn't. Like, it's one thing to tell people that you cut your own hair, and when you didn't, okay, fine, you want to front, you want to act like you cut it, okay, fine, don't ask me to cut your hair no more. You cut it. Since you cutting it, you cut a fly style in your hair. Let's see how it goes. So, but how dare you take a client from me? Like even if you did touch up your neck, let's say you did cut your hair, if you know that that's my client, why wouldn't you say, well, I touched it up, but Amber initially cuts my hair. She cuts my hair in these styles. She didn't say that. And the client ended up getting in her chair, and I'm like, she originally came to me. I was so mad, and my client took me outside, and I told her, she was like, Amber, I know. She was like, girl, calm down. I told you what kind of person she was, because my client had knew my coworker from, a couple of years ago, because they used to work together. And some other people had told me about this coworker. They was like, girl, she is messy, she is drama, she is this and that. And I wasn't believing them because I didn't see it, you know what I'm saying? But I was starting to understand and get what all these people were telling me. So after that, I just kind of grew distant from her and really stopped talking to her. I was nice and respectful, but that was kind of it. And then I think the last straw was my manager, who has major insecurity problems at this place that I work with. She's so insecure that, she will drive 2 hours away from where she lives just to collect $11 hour paycheck because she needs to fill the position of being a manager. This manager was just everything. She was always negative, and anything that you did, she knows something better. So me and her eventually, I was assistant manager, she was a manager, and those kind of personalities, don't work when you have somebody that's always negative, always has to be in the spotlight, always has to know everybody's business, and then you have assistant manager who's exact opposite of that. Those two type of chemistries didn't work, and she was just doing some shady stuff, and she was a really bad liar. She lied bad, just straight out told a lie for no reason. And I was catching her in her stuff, and before I could tell it all to the owner, she fired me. So, but however, this brings me back to my Raggedy coworker friend. We're not friends anymore. This girl became assistant manager. Now I was assistant manager, right? And I was not told that I was not going to be assistant manager anymore. All of this happened behind my back, okay? And this is why I initially got fired, and this is what led me to another job, and then eventually led me here, because I just got tired of putting up with people's bull-ish, okay? So this girl became assistant manager behind my back, right? And we were supposed to be cool. Never told me. Never, ever, ever told me. And then I find out on the low that these little cackling hen girls at the salon, because when you work in a salon and you have light and you have like you give a positive energy, your skills are really good, everybody wants you, everybody's requesting you, everybody likes you, girls start to get kind of upset, especially if you're trying to do big things. Like I was trying to buy a house at that time, and I was talking about leaving this place because they don't pay me enough and they're not taking care of me, they don't appreciate me. So everybody knew like I was growing out of this place and that I wanted to leave, so they kind of used that against me to get me fired. I think my manager used that against me to get me fired because she fired me for the dumbest reason. It didn't even make sense, but it just was like so messed up that this girl who's supposed to be my friend, who I've inspired, who I've helped her grow out of her shell, I've helped build her self-esteem, I've helped her be different and not be scared to do stuff, and now she's all like, not all timid and shy and all this, and Amber, oh, you girl, you helped me to do this, and now you just being raggedy, like now you too much, now you too good, you know what I'm saying, now you too hot, like you think you all that, you know what I'm saying. But karma comes back around because I heard through the grapevine that something was going on with her and she had to take leave, and just things were not doing good. But yeah, it's just in this industry, just be careful when you label friends on people that you're friends. Really give the friendship time to actually label that person as a friend, because I'm telling you, people will say one thing and act another, and people will just totally change up on you in the blink of an eye. One day they like you, one day they don't. One day they feeling you, one day they're not. And I'm not an up and down roller coaster person like that, and I can't stand that, and that's why I don't have a lot of friends. And I've had girls that cling to me and then all of a sudden not feeling me anymore, which I'm used to at this stage in my life. And I'm 30, and when you're 30, they say your light bulb comes on, and my light bulb is on big and bright, and I just don't have a time. Like if you want to be my friend, I'm not about to chase you down, I'm not about to like sit and call you, I'm not about to be on the I forgot this part too. This raggedy friend I'm talking about, coworker. I think another thing that made me know that this person was crazy, and she was like trying to one-up me all the time or copy me or whatever. Girl, how about she bought the same wedding band as me? Who does that? You know what I'm saying? Like, she basically forced her husband to marry her. That's what I think. She basically like told him that's what he needed to do, and they eventually got engaged. But she basically told him like, you're gonna give me a ring, we're gonna go ring shopping, all of this. And how do I know this? Because she was telling me all this, because like I said, this person talks about themselves a lot. Okay, so she goes ring shopping. She wants me to come with her, and even during the ring shopping, like, there was this guy, we went to Walmart, and there was this guy who was just like taken by me. He was like, ooh girl, your hair is bomb, who does your hair, who does your makeup? And I could tell she was getting like a little annoyed, like, it's about me, it's not about you, you know what I'm saying? And so I was like, you know what, I was like, I'll tell you that later. I was like, we're here ring shopping for her. And she kind of rolled her eyes like, okay, let's get back to me. So then, she didn't find something yet. We went to a couple places, and the final place we went to Reed's, which is where I got my wedding band from. Okay, now she don't have the same ring as me, because my husband picked this out. She would have no idea, but she picked the same band as me, the exact same band. When we went there, I was like, she was trying to find a band that would fit the ring that she picked out. And I was just showing her. I was like, told this person, I was like, oh, there's my ring, girl. I was like, it's on sale and everything. When I got mine, it wasn't on sale. And then the salesperson picked it up, and he was like, oh my gosh, your ring would look beautiful with this. He was like, if that's okay with your friend, if she doesn't mind y'all having the same wedding bands. I'm a nice person. I say no, I don't care, but I don't really mean that. And like, what woman would want the same wedding band as her friend? Like, who does that? Like, who in the world does that? Unless y'all are like really, really tight like glue, stuck, everything you do, I do too kind of person. No woman wants that. But yeah, girl, the exact same wedding band as me. Like, really? Like, if that wasn't a light bulb that should have went off in my head, like, I don't know what is. To me, like, would you want your best friend to have the same wedding band as you? Let me know, girl. Let me know.